heaps of people were kind of like, that's a really cool idea. You should make a thing of it. So one day I sat down at home with a beer and I just sat there. I bought Dogecoin.com. That's a bit funny. And I slapped the Doge face onto a coin and just put it live. And I wake up the next day to heaps of retweets. And my co-founder, who's based up in Portland, had messaged me and said, hey, I found that you can change I forked the Bitcoin source code or the Litecoin source code, and you can change the font to Comic Sans. I'm like, ooh, okay, we got to do this. Like, that's hilarious.
Let's move on to Bitcoin, shall we? That's a virtual
Bitcoin has now almost overtaken
all-time high this week of $900. Now, at its peak, if you have invested $1,000 a year, it has to...
Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome. Little fun intro there, a little bit of history and where Doge might be going. Thank you to the author of that animation there on Zitro Dorn. That was D is for Dogecoin, D for Dogecoin. You can look that up on YouTube and watch that again. But it's also an intro to this live stream. Welcome. We are here talking Doge, cryptocurrencies, other things that are going on in the markets. As always, be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Certainly always appreciate that support. And thought it would be fun to talk about a little bit of history and what you guys are interested in. If you're live, you can leave a comment in the chat, question in the chat. If you're watching this on the replay, because all my live streams are videos on my channel, you can always leave a comment below, ask questions, or just let me know how you think about Doge, crypto, how things are going, and all of that. We cover all that on this channel. Welcome to Friday night, doing a late night stream again on Friday, as just have some different people who can't make it during the week ask for a little bit later live stream. So I'm doing that on Friday nights, and it's fun hanging out on a Friday. So what do we have for Doge right now? We got 6.25 cents. That's where we are. We've had some upward movement today, slightly, pretty much in line with Bitcoin is what Doge has done. There's the Doge chart. Here's the Bitcoin chart. Very similar. And we'll be talking more about those similarities in just a little bit. As far as Dogecoin right now, Dogecoin price on the rise after FTX liquidation relief. What does that mean? Well, we were talking about all of these coins and tokens that FTX and Alameda Research have, and that the bankruptcy court was basically saying, look, you got to get rid of all of these because we need to turn that all into fiat and having the bank ready for liquidation. So, well, it doesn't seem like they really need to sell it off like that. And there was $42 million that they had worth of Doge. And if they were going to dump all of that at one time, the price was going to drop, and that didn't happen. So Doge price is doing fine. And so is Bitcoin and everything else. So that's not happening, which is good. On-chain data analysis explores confidence shown long-term investors could yield more Dogecoin price gains in the coming days. Yeah, what does that mean? Well, that means that we've got long-time holders, and that those are those that have held their coins unmoved for a year or more. So not the traders, but the ones who own Doge and are holding Doge. They have actually been increasing their holdings. So they are adding more Doge to their stash. That's right. That's what we're seeing. On-chain metrics are showing long-term holders aren't selling. They're accumulating more, which is what I'm doing and what we're doing, all of that. So that is good for Doge, and for Doge's, we're just expecting from here the price is going to go up. Now, could we see another dip along the way? We could. And what does that mean? That means another buying opportunity. Again, not financial advice. But look, I show you what I'm doing when I'm buying Doge. I tell you when I'm buying Doge. And today, well, this is now 6.26. Earlier, it was 6.27. And when it was 6.27, our Kriss portfolio, our Dogecoin, was at break even because our average buy price for the Doge in our Kriss portfolio is 0.06272, and we hit that, and this was slightly in the green, which was great. Our portfolio has been gaining, which is great. We're still down a little bit, down about 4% now. That used to be down 10, 11%. So this is making a comeback on our portfolio. Our biggest gainer is Render. We are up 10% now on our Render holdings. And with Doge only down 0.42%, that means that a little more rise in the price of Doge. We're back in the green on Doge. Doge is going to be our best performer. That is guaranteed. Doge is going to be our best performer. So, hey, Curtis, you made it. Welcome. You made it this time. At the end, Curtis, rewatch just the beginning because it had a fun new little beginning on this live stream, and you will enjoy it. Bulldozer, welcome. Thanks for the intro. Thanks for the comment on the intro. Had a fun one today. I'll be using that one again, I think, because why not, right? Have a little fun. So JH says, stay alive till 25. Mr. Cheyenne says, let's go DCA Doge. And Tim Tam Slam, do I think the auto worker strike will have any impact on cryptocurrency? Nope, I don't. Not directly. If it drags on and it starts to expand into other areas, it could affect the stock market, and if it affects like NASDAQ, of which a lot of Bitcoin cryptocurrency is kind of related to, we might see a little bit of downturn on crypto if we see the stock market really go down next week. So that would be the trigger that I would see that might cause that, but not directly. I was actually expecting a little bit more of a bump for Tesla today, Tesla stock, and that didn't happen. Tesla went down. I mean, the whole market was kind of a little bit down today, but then like Ford and GM stock prices were actually going up. So it was all backwards today. I think next week that'll all turn around. And Tesla should be fine, but we will see next week. So here we are with our portfolio, and right now we've got about 7,500, a little bit over that invested. We were up to 8,000, but we sold our Solana holdings because I'm spooked about Solana, and that Solana could have this big sell-off from FTX, and I just didn't trust it. So waiting to rebuy something with those funds, of which many of you say just buy Dogecoin. So we'll probably buy more Doge and maybe top off some of these other coins here a little bit. So we'll see on the next dip. We'll be buying some more because this is going to become $10,000 of what I invest into this. And then you guys will be able to share in the profits if you join my channel. That's all it takes. So that is on my YouTube channel, and you just hit the join there. And when you join, you get to use these fun emojis in the chat, and I will be adding more emojis as more people join. And the longer you're a member, the more of a percentage of the profit you're going to get. So that's how it works. And we're having fun, and we're going to have fun along the way. That Dogecoin, right? Dogs and memes and cryptocurrency all tied together. And I know it's an investment too, and you guys are worried about the money. But right now, what we're seeing with Doge is that this could have been the bottom. And we go to the daily here, and we're like, this 6-cent line here, this yellow line that I've had on here, this is support. It is support, and it has been support. Yeah, we've had some dips down into the 5s, but nothing too drastic. It's always come right back up. I've been doing a lot of sketching. You can see on these charts over here. And this was last fall. And then we had Elon buying Twitter, and then it got shorted back down. And we've had a few dips in June and August, and now more recently, just in September, at 595 is when we made this last big purchase right here of Doge into our portfolio. So that 6-cent line is very, very strong support. It's going to be really hard for Dogecoin at this point to be consistently trading below 6 cents. I just don't see it happening unless like Bitcoin drops down to 15K. And then we might see Doge go down as well, because Doge has been correlated. We see that with this article right here. This is the correlation between various assets and Bitcoin. And this is according to a post by Into the Block. And they have this thing called a correlation coefficient. And they're saying as Bitcoin goes, many of these other coins go. We have Litecoin at a 0.95. So that's like a 0.05% deviation between Litecoin and Bitcoin, which is pretty much nothing. Ethereum 0.94 and Doge is 0.9. So that's only 0.01% difference over the past month of trading between Dogecoin and Bitcoin. So let's go to the 4-hour chart here, and you'll see that Dogecoin has just been trading sideways, have a little dip here. Looks like it's coming back up to the same channel between 6.3 and 6.5. That looks like where Doge is headed right now. And if we look at the chart, which shows that correlation between Dogecoin and Bitcoin, it's pretty much sideways. Again, a little bit more of a dip in Doge than we saw in Bitcoin, but that's only a 0.01% difference. That's nothing. It's nothing. So when there's not independent news about Doge, Doge pretty much just follows Bitcoin. And that's what that is showing there. So Ariel, still holding Doge and sheep. Good. Christopher says, woof, woof. Francisco, you haven't been watching me. We've been talking about this. People have been asking the questions, but price prediction end of the year is still 12 cents. I'm not going off that unless there's no Doge 1 project. If the Doge 1 mission doesn't happen in November, we're probably not going to be at 12 cents. I don't think so, but I'm sticking to my 12-cent prediction. That's what I had predicted at the beginning of the year. I have a video on my channel from January where I said my 2023 year-end prediction was 12 cents, and I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it. Most people back then said, Chris, what do you, only 12 cents? What do you mean only 12 cents? I was like, that's what I see. And now with 6-cent Doge, it's like 12 cents would be pretty good. We could double the price between now and the end of the year. That would be awesome. What would it take to do that? It takes a big catalyst. And right now, that catalyst would most likely need to be SpaceX and the Doge 1 mission. Look at that, 6272. That's our magic number right there. Look at that. Go to our portfolio, refresh. And there is Dogecoin. Oh, it hasn't quite completely caught up yet. This says 6269, not 6272. Coin market cap is just a little bit behind there. I wanted to see this back over here turn to green. So anyway, we're close. We're pretty close. Dogecoin back in the green in our portfolio means green ahead. That's profit. That's profit. So that's good. So if you're just joining now, I had an intro at the beginning. And at the very beginning, we had a little snippet of an interview from Jackson Palmer. And that was back in, that interview was like back in 2017. But in 2013, when he and Billy Marcus made Dogecoin, it was a joke. It was so funny what they were doing. And look what it's turned into. Look what it's turned into. With a price trajectory that continues to soar, the cryptocurrency Dogecoin has grabbed headlines, attracted investor interest. The million-dollar question is, how far will it continue to go? Created in 2013 by Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer, Dogecoin was initially conceived as a whimsical alternative to mainstream cryptocurrencies. That's a nice way to put it. Its mascot was the well-known Doge meme. However, the cryptocurrency rapidly transitioned from a joke to no joke as its value skyrocketed. And that's when a lot of people in the Dogecoin community in 2014 and into 2015 stopped being so fun about it and were really focused more in how to make money off it. That is what ticked off Jackson and Billy. And eventually they left the scene because they just didn't want to be any part of it. They made it to have fun, and the philanthropic aspects of it, like raising money for, for good causes, they were behind that. But as soon as it just turned into, we just want to make money, they got really ticked off on that. So, yeah. So that's too bad. But now we've got Dogecoin as a legitimate cryptocurrency, as it has been for some time. And let me refresh coin market cap here. And here is Dogecoin right here. Number 8, the 8th largest cryptocurrency by market cap with 141 billion Dogecoin right now. It's right behind Cardano. It had just flipped Cardano into number 7 and then just flipped back as Cardano is up just a little bit here over the past hour. So that's pretty good. It's right on par with Cardano. And people make fun of Doge, and it's like Doge has been around since 2013 and it's a top 10 cryptocurrency. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So what impacts the value of Dogecoin? Market demand, investor sentiment, increased interest, optimistic outlooks. Dogecoin's price is influenced by its relationship with other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. We just showed that. In addition, media attention, social media narratives. There was Doge Mania we had in 2021. Tweets from key personalities led to remarkable price jumps. Changes in the regulatory landscape, government actions can cause investors to lose confidence and its value decreased. And we saw that in the price of Dogecoin. If I go back to the daily here and we zoom out, we can see big runs and then big falls. And Dogecoin is more prone to that than most legitimate cryptocurrencies, just by its nature. And I'm not talking about the tokens. I'm talking about coins. I'm talking about the top coins, which Dogecoin is. So yeah, Dogecoin can do that. And as Dwight says, there were large changes in prices of Doge even before Elon Musk got involved. A bunch of people decide to buy a lot and push the price up. That happened. And as Dwight says, that was back in 2016, 2017. Yep. Now, because Dogecoin is much more mainstream, those kinds of fluctuations aren't possible again. But this kind of action we had in 2021 could happen again. That kind of mania that they just talked about, that could happen again. So kind of interesting to see. I mean, if this whole chart here became a double top, 2021 and then again in 2024 or 2025, and Doge coming back up to 70, 75 cents, that would be awesome. A lot of people would be very happy about that. We don't know what's going to happen, though. We don't know. But what we can say right now is it doesn't look like it's going to be dropping any lower. And for those that are looking to accumulate Doge, buy on the dips. That's what we've been doing. Get not financial advice, but that's what we've been doing, is buying on the dips. And we're waiting for these next big spikes. We can also use our Dogecoin to buy things with if you want to use it as a currency, because you can. From AMC tickets that I've been using it for. Every time I go to the movies, I use Dogecoin. And to have fun with it too. Certainly having fun with it. So if you want to buy Dogecoin, where do you buy your Dogecoin? Look at that. Dogecoin is moving up now. Look at that, 629. Now I can show my portfolio, refresh, and we'll see Dogecoin in the green here. And there it is. Our Dogecoin is in the green. We're up 0.24% now on our Dogecoin in our portfolio. How about that? Live. Dogecoin going up. That's awesome. And we're going to see a lot more of that coming up, particularly on my Kriss Packs live streams. When we see green candles like that, everyone gets excited. More people coming in. For those that are coming in, hit the like. Appreciate that. Also, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Appreciate that support as well, as we are together on this journey with Dogecoin and other cryptocurrencies, which I talk about as well. So where to buy Dogecoin? Well, I support Webull, Coinbase, and Robinhood. And I have links in the description below for all three of those platforms. That's where I have Doge on all of these. I've got a lot of other cryptos I bought on Coinbase, and Coinbase is where this portfolio resides. We bought all of this on Coinbase, many of it live on live stream. If you guys didn't see that, over the past month and a half, we've been accumulating all of these in a Coinbase account that I created, which also got, when joined with my link, you get a free spin of the wheel and you can win some free Bitcoin. So try that out on Coinbase. You get free stocks joining Webull or Robinhood using my links below. If you don't like the stocks you get, you can always just sell them and buy Dogecoin or other cryptocurrency if you want to do that. So I've got those. Now I used to have another one, which was Binance.us. Well, Binance.us is not doing so well right now. The new CEO, because the old one had left like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and the new one just left. And some other top people within Binance US have left as well. The SEC says it's not getting what it needs. There's only 220 documents that Binance US has produced so far. SEC is saying that it has asked for a lot more information from the exchange. So it doesn't look good. SEC says that Binance US has violated multiple federal security laws. So that's not good. Well, the CEO left. Well, CZ, the Binance CEO, the whole CEO, he says that it was a normal departure, that Binance US CEO Brian Schroeder was taking a deserved break after a successful stint at the company. And I'm just like, what? Successful stint? No. And he tweeted that out, and I was just like, CZ. So for those that don't follow me on the X app, formerly known as Twitter, I am Kriss Pax. So you can find me there at Kriss Pax on what used to be Twitter, now X app. And I responded to CZ right here. And I said the challenge with Binance US now is that without a fiat on-ramp and off-ramp, because you can't deposit USD onto Binance US now. So how do you get money on there, right? So you can buy more crypto. And they no longer have USD trading pair. So everything is like with Tether, USDT. The liquidity isn't there. So trading with any decent amount on most coins just doesn't go too well. It's not a good trading platform. So I removed my affiliate link with Binance US, and I don't support it anymore. So that was a long way of telling it, but I went through that today. This was just today. Yeah, that's the way it is. So buying Dogecoin is easy. You can buy at Robinhood. Robinhood has been a supporter of Dogecoin since 2019. They were one of the first sort of mainstream platforms that really supported Dogecoin. Coinbase didn't add it until 2021. And Webull added it in, it was probably 2021 as well when Webull added it. That's right. So, so check out my links below if you're interested. And then where do you put Dogecoin? This is my other link right here, is the ledger. This is my ledger Nano S that I have here. And I have an affiliate link for Ledger if you're looking for a hardware wallet. Great place to keep your Doge, keep your seed phrase stored, written down on a piece of paper somewhere for safekeeping. You don't need to subscribe to their backup seed phrase feature. If you stay away from that, there's no problem. There's no problem with your ledger. That's safe. So there's that as well. And the only other thing about the future of Dogecoin people have been talking about is whether Dogecoin is going to go to proof of stake. And I did a whole video on this about a few weeks ago, I guess it was. And we had a good conversation. It was a live stream. We talked about proof of stake versus proof of work. And it just happens today is the 1-year anniversary of when Ethereum had their merge and transitioned from proof of work to proof of stake. And they've been burning ETH, and that's good for Ethereum. That's not Dogecoin, though. Dogecoin is not going to transition to proof of stake. I don't think there could be a fork of Dogecoin or something. We talked about that a few weeks ago, and maybe something like that could happen, but Dogecoin, as it is a proof of work cryptocurrency, which keeps it very secure, by the way. The mining of Dogecoin secures the transactions on the blockchain, and it's secure. So this whole thing about like Vitalik Buterin of Ethereum wanting Dogecoin to change a proof of stake and then have some bridge between Dogecoin and Ethereum. I don't know. These bridges to me just seem to be to have holes in them where hackers can get in and steal cryptocurrency. And we've seen that again and again and again. And I don't like it. Dogecoin's fine like it is. It's a proof of work cryptocurrency and it works great. So I know some people wanted to put a hard cap on it, not make any more Doge. Well, the new Doge that's made are the rewards to the miners for validating transactions on the blockchain. That's what keeps the cryptocurrency secure. So I think it works great for Doge, especially for a currency too. Is Doge going to go to $1? That's what JS thinks. Yes, dollar. I have no doubt that eventually Doge is going to be $1. Is it going to be $10 or $100? Most likely not. There's a crap ton of Dogecoin out there. And that's going to continue to increase. Although the percentage on a yearly basis of that increase will continue to be less and less and less. So it's kind of like a descending inflation or something of the coin. But that'll just continue on. So that's a little bit of history and a little bit of the path forward for Dogecoin that I wanted to cover and talk about. And OJS says, I think that if Elon accepts Doge for his platforms like X and SpaceX and Tesla, then there'll be many other companies jumping on the Doge train. And that could be, there could be a lot just waiting that don't want to really put their necks out for Dogecoin until Elon makes it a real thing. That could be. And then you'll just see a lot more acceptance and use of Doge. But there'll probably always be those that kind of scoff at it as well. But that's a given within the Doge community that we have, that's going to happen. So right now we're still in the month of September, which is traditionally bad. Bitcoin so far, if we go to the monthly, it's a green month so far. The past 6 years, the month of September has been red for Bitcoin. But right now it's in the green. So that would be a good trend to start. And maybe for the end of the year, have Bitcoin come up into the 30s, maybe even up to 40,000, which is where it was back in May of 2022. It was right there. This chart here, if I go to, I want to change this to the logarithmic, and I want to zoom this out. You'll see I've been looking at what happens as we move forward in time on Bitcoin to when I foresee the next all-time high happening. So what we see is an all-time high in 2013, and then we see a dip down to a low in 2015. And then we see an all-time high again in 2017, and then a low like right at the end of 2018. Then we had this high in November of 2021, and then we had this low in 2022 for Bitcoin. So as this continues, what we'll see is an all-time high again in 2025. On a logarithmic scale, it's a little bit less of a percentage increase each 4-year cycle. But with that, this is targeting Bitcoin to be upwards of like 200,000 for a Bitcoin, if it follows this same track in increase. If Bitcoin goes to 200,000, and right now it's at 26,000, right? That's what, like an 8 to 9x from here. Well, an 8 to 9x for Dogecoin, that gets us to what? 60 cents? Almost back to Dogecoin's all-time high. Dogecoin's already been there, though. Bitcoin hasn't yet. Bitcoin's all-time high is 69K. That's only a 3x from here. Not even. 3x for Dogecoin. Just for Bitcoin to get to its 69K, let's call it 3x. Well, for Dogecoin, 3x from here, it's only 20 cents. A lot of us think, well, we should see 20 cents, no problem. Dogecoin was last at 20 cents here, December of 2021. But Dogecoin has also already been at 30 cents and 40 cents and 50 cents and 60 cents. That's why a lot of us are invested in Dogecoin. Yeah, we might have some Bitcoin too, but because we think Dogecoin has a better chance of seeing a larger percentage gain during the next bull run than what we'll see with Bitcoin. And that could be, we don't know, but that's why a lot of us are here too. So that could be the path forward for Doge. If Doge even got to 35 cents, which is this yellow line that I have up here, if Doge got to 35 cents from here, you know, that's just under a 6x, over a 5x, like 5.5 from here. That's pretty good. That would be the same as Bitcoin at about $130,000 a Bitcoin. And that's just 35 cents for Doge right here. So Panelorable says, I love these prices, just picked up some more Doge. That's right. We're right down here at 6 cents still. Last month when we were at up over 7 cents, we were saying, hey, picking up more Dogecoin at 6.9 cents would be great. Well, not only did we get that, but we got Dogecoin at 5.9 cents on this last dip. That was right here on 11th of September, just on Monday. We caught that right there, 5.95. But this is still a great price. 6.25, 6.26, still a great price, I think. So we just continue to accumulate more. We'll see where it goes from here. Again, could there be other dips? Yes, we could see some more dips. That could happen. I mean, the world is full of bad news, and some of it affects the markets. And when bad news hits the markets dip. And we could see more of that happen. Yes. I would think that this is a positive sign we're seeing in the trading right now with Bitcoin and Doge across the cryptocurrencies, that there seems to be this reversal happening. And if this reversal can be continuous up through the end of September, the second half of September, that's a pretty bullish sign. And that's a good signal of a turnaround in the markets, where we could be heading, a little bullish leading into next April's halving for Bitcoin. So that's pretty exciting. So yeah, still kind of bearish. People are like, Doge at 6 cents. There's not a lot of news going on right now. There's not a lot of hype around it. So this is, to me, this is the time to accumulate. So that's what we're doing. And when things go crazy, things will go crazy and it'll happen fast. And those will be good times when we do that again, just like we had back in 2021. We were having a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait for that now. But, you know, that's when you've got the mainstream media talking about it in good terms. So we'll enjoy what we have now, and we'll see where this goes from here. So I hope everyone has a good weekend. I will be live again on Monday at 5 o'clock Eastern time. That's Boston time where I am. So do join in to my next live stream. I'll probably have another video that comes out over the weekend. I've been alternating live streams and videos, which has been fun. So a lot of people were, when I wasn't doing live streams, they were like, Kriss, you got to do more live streams. And then I was only doing live streams. People would say, oh, I really like your videos. So I'm alternating right now, which is working out great. Don't get those complaints anymore. So we'll be looking at the price video over the weekend, live again on Monday. Hope to see you then. Hope everyone has a great weekend. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.